When looking at the world, I can't help but think about the millions. No billions of variables that must have aligned just right in order for it to come into existence. This chaotic perfection of a world that we inhabit is beautiful, in a way. It's too bad that we as a society are moving further and further away from the natural order of the world. What a sad state of affairs. Take, for example, the idea of a family. There's one man and one woman. That's it, right? Nothing too complex about it. But take a look at modern society and you'll notice that this idea is quickly fading away. Many young boys nowadays have to live a life without a father. And when a boy is raised without the watchful eye of his father, he doesn't learn the way a superior masculine man should be. He doesn't know or understand the masculine concepts such as brotherhood, working hard to provide for your family, how to deal with women, how to hone your talent, and how to be charismatic. When referring to the characteristics of a superior man, there's a few things one should keep in mind. Number one, decide what you want in life. Do you want to follow your goal and ambition, or do you want a relationship and a family? I'm not saying that these things are mutually exclusive and you can't have one without the other, but when it comes down to it, if you go around trying to juggle both of them, one of them is inevitably going to suffer. I'm not telling you to stay single all your life if you want to pursue your goals in life, but just know that your relationship will have to be a secondary priority to you if you want to succeed. And yes, it's true that while women prefer to be at the top of the list in terms of importance, but it's also true that decent women don't respect men that aren't ambitious about their goals. It's a biological thing. Women are naturally attracted to men that know what they want and have the power to achieve it. Number two, understanding the fundamentals of the two genders. Men want to feel respected and women want to feel loved. When not angered, men tend to think with logic, while women with emotions. But when angered, men tend to think with emotions and women with logic. You might have heard of this before, but this is masculine-feminine polarity. When it comes to the general sort of problems that men and women face in society, most of a woman's problems come from a lack of attention and not feeling loved. This is why I advise men to analyze the women in their life, and if she's in a bad mood or something, assume that it's probably because she feels unloved. It's also one of the biggest reasons marriages tend to fail. No, I'm not talking about the modern Western marriages that are doomed before they begin. No, traditional marriages. The reason these traditional marriages fail, despite being built on a strong foundation, is because the man doesn't feel respected and the woman doesn't feel loved enough. It's a cycle of sorts. The man doesn't feel enough respect, so he doesn't give his woman the love she desires, which in turn causes her to not give him the respect he desires, and so it continues till the marriage falls apart. This is why this cycle cannot continue. We must be better than this. It's necessary to stop the cycle, even if it means giving love to your woman, even if she doesn't give you the respect you deserve. You must take the first step in breaking this cycle. Number three, control your urges and practice seed retention. If we look at men 100 years or even 50 years ago, they used to go months without seeing a bare woman. But nowadays, with the so-called blessing of the internet, young men can have access to more women in one day than the men of old could see in their lifetime. Now, I want you to understand that the masculine energy inside of you is always looking for a release, and the bigger the release, the happier you'll feel. That's why it feels great whenever you win a football match or finish a hard work that you've been doing all day. As a species, the greatest victory for a man is to breed. That's why you feel so amazing after doing the deed. But if you do it every day, your mind will adapt to this, and soon, you won't feel anything from it. The high you felt will soon become your normal, and you'll start to search for more depraved ways to get your fix. There's a reason people call it an addiction, you know. It can also impact your marriage, as you won't have any interest and power left for your wife if you spend your younger days addicted to this. And as I said before, when your wife feels as though you're not interested in her, she'll start to resent you and might even leave you. Number four, accepting the fact that a man is naturally attracted to women. Most men nowadays are so starved of a woman's attention that whenever a woman, any woman, shows them the slightest form of affection, they melt for her. They treat her like a queen, even though she doesn't think of them the same way at all. But remember, if you as a man are clear to yourself about your goals and ambitions and work towards them, you are inevitably going to attract women towards you just as their affection attracts men. It's like two magnets pulling on each other. It's only natural that the magnet with the stronger pull wins, so you have to work on your own self if you want to attract women. One more thing that I have to focus on is the masculine-feminine polarity. You see, there's always a balance in the masculine-feminine polarity of a relationship. If a man is very masculine, he needs a very feminine wife. This keeps the balance in the relationship. If both the man and the woman are masculine or feminine, then that disrupts the balance of the relationship. This is why most modern relationships end in failure, as they lack the balance necessary for the couple to be happy. Just like the example of magnets I used earlier, if the same sides of both magnets are facing each other, they're going to repel. That's why you should always choose a wife that's a foil to you. A woman whose qualities can enhance your own and vice versa. But even if you do find a woman like that, keep in mind that as long as she doesn't love you, you won't be happy with her. In fact, you might even come off as desperate, which isn't going to get you any respect from your woman. These were some of the key things necessary in order to be a superior man. A man must try to be the best in all aspects of his life, and the only way he can do so is if he's a man guided by God. If you're interested in knowing more, be sure to hit subscribe. Like the video too, as it can help the video reach more men looking for a purpose and direction in life.